Good evening, Nottingham. It is 7 p.m. It is Monday, May 4th, and I am calling the Nottingham Select Board meeting to order, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance, which Mr. Soroff has already standing for.
Well, this way will help the whole town.
Good job, Steve.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Hope everybody had a great school vacation week for those that it applies to. For everybody's
Great, thank you.
I have been working endlessly right now. Hopefully the end is in sight. With that, we've called to order. Let's get right into this. Manifest.
I'll make a motion to approve the payroll and of 4/28/2026 and the accounts payable of 4/27/2026.
Before we second that, may I just ask, the Eastern Minerals account has been cleared up?
It has been cleared up.
Wonderful.
So we
Okay.
had one missing invoice from February. Is that
Gotcha.
the one you're referring
Yes.
to?
Yes, thank you. Okay, I'll second that then.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Gonna move on to minutes. Any comments on the minutes before we move to approve them?
Even though I wasn't here, I do have one comment on the regular minutes. Hey, I want to keep up. Line 303,
I'll bring on the regular meeting.
regular meeting, yeah. Line 303, it ends with Ms. Fife, and I assume it would be an aye because it was a 4-0 roll call in favor. So,
Gotcha. Miss Fife dash I.
yep.
Gotcha.
All right.
I'm gonna ask to change line 261. Medea
Heaven backwards.
is, yeah, it's misspelled. Her name is spelled Navaeah, Nevea Petruzzi. And on 285, I believe it says the board is still looking for volunteers to open and close the gate. I believe they're looking for paid attendance at $18 per hour.
Well, they were looking for both, actually.
News to me.
Yeah.
We take a volunteer, but yeah. But we're looking to fill those positions. They are paid positions.
Sure.
Is it?
Any other comments on the Nottingham regular or non-public meeting minutes?
What date was that?
4/20.
Thank you.
I'll make the motion to accept the minutes of 4/20 as amended.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
John Decker abstain.
Anything on the non-public meeting minutes?
I'll make a motion that we accept the non-public minutes from 4/20/2026.
I'll second it.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
John Decker abstain.
All right, we're gonna move to selectmen reports from assigned boards, committees, and departments. Start down there with you, Adam.
The highway department, so they're finishing up the grading, by next week. They have some potholes they're still attending to. Just a word to the public, try not to put hot top patch in the gravel road potholes, which has been reported has been done, which was interesting. They were able to skim over it, no harm, no foul at that point. Besides that, the only truck out is one we've discussed already with the engine issues.
Which, that fire or grant highway?
This is highway department.
Well, okay, he said fire.
Yeah, and then, so that's the only truck down right now, everything else seems to be running well, the guys are, doing well, and, yeah, things seem to be moving smoothly as of now.
Highway related, but not our highway. The 152 bridge replacement is still scheduled for this summer.
Correct.
We haven't had an update, like the date, because they had kicked it from last year and said approximately. Do we know exactly the
They
date?
just did some tree cutting like 2 weeks ago. They had,
Right.
they had it down to 1 lane of travel. I believe it is still, it's Northeast Earth out of Pittsfield that's doing the, or Barnstead, somewhere in that vicinity, that's doing the construction on it. And I believe they are fully aware that it needs to be completed before the school year starts, which they know is just before the Labor Day weekend. So
All
I
right,
believe.
can we schedule either a project manager or the department heads, make sure we are all good for access around on Priest Road and everything else, so we don't get surprised when so everybody is remembering or replacing the bridge right after the school on 152 North. And 152 North will be shut down for approximately a month, if not a little bit longer, after school ends, sometime in the July timeframe, to be done before school starts up. And the detour will be out around Route 4 and 125 will be the major traffic flow.
Just north, not south.
No, the whole thing, I mean, it's 152, right by the school. The whole road will be completely shut down for a full bridge replacement. And it's, again, approximately a month time frame, because if not, it was gonna be 18 months to do kind of the 2-lane thing, similar to what they're trying to do out at, it'd be a 1 lane at a time, but similar to what they're trying to do out on 125. So maybe sometime in our next meeting or the June 1st meeting, just make sure, well, June 1st will be really
I'll get
close,
an
so.
update from our project manager.
That'd be great. All right, sorry to cut you off, Adam. Anything else?
All they got on the.
Okay.
Did you have anything else for planning board or any of that stuff?
Nothing to discuss as of yet. Maybe after our next planning board meeting, I'll have a bit to share, but as of right now, waiting to see how things play out.
Great.
So Lindsay was able to send the summary report with the monthly incident statistics in it to the whole board. I hope everybody got it.
Yep.
So if you didn't, let me know and we'll make sure we get that list updated. So that was great news.
What incidents are you talking about?
Police.
The police incident
Are you
report,
gonna be sending that to me?
I can send that to you, Steve.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
I think that the official name is something safety or calls for service.
Calls for
Calls
service.
for service, yeah.
Thank you.
So, and it's in summary format, so it doesn't have like every line in
800
there,
pages,
so
yeah.
it's great, it's way easier to look at. I also got back Tuesday and went to the PD, I'm not even sure what the name of it is,
Police
building
Department Building Committee.
committee. Meeting, I'd be happy to be the liaison for that. And RFPs are expected with responses for Wednesday at 5. We are looking to start reviewing them on Friday.
This Wednesday?
Hmm?
This Wednesday? Great.
No, next Wednesday.
No, this Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
Wednesday the
This
6th.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
This Wednesday. Yep, it's quick turnaround.
Because Eric will be gone the following week. And then we were hoping to get recommendations forward for your next meeting on the 18th.
Correct.
That's pretty much it, I think, at least for now. I just got back from vacation otherwise.
The rec department, not totally connected with the rec, but they had that bio blitz over the weekend. It seemed, for the weather's sake, well attended. I believe the weather probably made it more what they wanted. I have not spoken directly to the rec department since that time, just because I've, again, been working pretty steadily, and hopefully I'll get a chat to catch up with them before the 18th for the next big stuff coming up.
Went to the recycling center on Saturday and found out that our used oil furnace that we use is down. And they do have a call in to get it fixed, which is good. And also that everybody aware, we are now on summer's hours. So this Thursday, the dump will not be open at 9 AM. It'll be open at 11 and it goes till 7 at night. So beware of the changes. If you're a Thursday morning recycling center person, regular.
Great. Fire department, not a lot of news from there. There's a high fire hazard. Thanks, Matt. I saw that you put that up for public consumption, reminding people that we're still in a drought. I will be attending the monthly meeting tomorrow night. For the town facilities assessment committee, we'll be meeting Wednesday. It's time for this group to move on from the police department activities and give that to the police department committee. And we're going to be looking at other structures and making recommendations for the town. Budget committee meets this Thursday at 7 PM. First meeting with our new budget committee members.
Excellent. Have we covered everything? Think so.
Since we didn't meet after the pie social, that went really well
It did go really
for the
well.
historical
Oh, that's
society.
right.
It was really well attended.
Nice.
So it was nice to see everybody. And again, the day was beautiful and it was really nice to see everybody. Steve, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How'd Saturday morning go?
Alarm march.
So in March.
No, this is for the,
We had, what's the definition of a farmer? A man outstanding in his field. It was outstanding. We have a new person from DES who's involved with Amy School's job.
yeah,
And her name is Georgia.
yeah.
And she did a great presentation. We got many people attended, 27 people attended. And president of the PLA spoke, we were here. But it was, from my point of view, more, and it's more people that on the lake, they could see it and do something, it's better. So it was a very, very successful, thank you, John.
Excellent. Town administrator report.
I actually do not have a written report or nothing really to announce other than what John had already done, just reiterating that the summer hours start at the recycling center. There was a few pieces of correspondence that came in over the week, which have been included in your email and your packets. One of them was a follow-up from Stephen Miller on Smoke Street regarding some shooting that was taking place at the abutting property to the town's pit. Additionally, we received a series of 3 separate complaints regarding the proposed chicken, I don't even know what to call it.
Ranch.
Chicken Ranch on Old Turnpike Road. Dale has provided just a summary response to that. There, right now, we're just waiting for planning board decision on it, but he was able to take action on one piece of it, just that there were there's construction taking place without a permit, so he was able to get that put on notice through a
Where is
cease and
that
desist.
located?
It's on Old Turnpike, I think it's 123. So those complaints are a little bit, I would call them a little bit preliminary because the planning board still needs to make decision, but there are some health concerns that were noted through there, which he's addressing, but can't really address until we figure out what the final approval is on the property. So that is going to be an ongoing discussion, again, waiting the planning board meeting on the 13th to rehear it.
He did comply with the cease on construction. He did comply with that. Just wanna make-
And then additionally received the Rockingham County budget report, which was a nice lengthy document. Some minutes from the March meeting of the Lamprey River committee and
The gentleman on Stage Road who's concerned about the lines.
That's-
Oh, yes, yep.
Did you respond that it was a state
I
road?
haven't responded because it was a physical correspondence that came in the mail, so I just have to either write him a letter back and
Okay.
snail mail it or get a hold of contact information for it, but I will let him know that it is DOT. And then we'll also pass it on to the local garage, the local state shed, and just see if they have any anticipated time frame when it might happen.
Right.
That local state shed's the one in Northwood, right?
Correct.
What are you talking about?
There's a request to update the striping on the roads on Stage Road.
Oh, okay.
Great.
The car's still yellow from the last time. My nanny had fun driving on them.
All right, still ahead of schedule. Let's jump into assessing.
No discussion, I'll make a motion to approve the intent to cut wood or timber at map 7, lot 1-N-10.
And
You wanna just do the next one?
Oh, yes, sure, okay. And intent to cut wood or timber, map 7, lot 1-N-11.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
I'll make a motion to approve intent to excavate at map 10, lot 12.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
The 1-N-10, was that just like it had been subdivided once and then the subdivide got subdivided?
So this is on the new, yes,
Okay,
this is the Mitchell Road subdivision, so there was the 2 lots on Mitchell Road itself, and then there's the new subdivision.
I hadn't seen that before. All right, assessing is done. Not ready for appointments yet, so let's jump ahead to general business. Special event license application, cruise night at Lyres.
This is the new owners of Liars Paradise. They are going to fulfill the prior event that has been held at their location. Benefits, all proceeds will benefit the Nottingham Food Pantry, and I believe everything is on schedule as it has been in the past. It will be Tuesday nights from 5 to 7. I do need to clarify, because I did see a advertisement for it that said from 4 to 7, so I'll just verify that, but their initial application came through for 5 to 7. Outside of that, there was no real input given by any of the department heads for special requirements outside of what has been the normal procedure for past events.
Should this like list out all the dates?
I think they have a start date, don't they?
Yeah, there is a start date. It's May 26th, and it goes through August 25th.
Yeah, it doesn't even say Tuesdays, or it just says all those days, 5 to 7.
How long was it, May what?
May 26th is the first day,
And it goes through when?
August 25th.
So that should be added, right? Every Tuesday? May
Well, he
20th?
It's
wrote in his description down there, last
Description, right.
Tuesday of May, June, July, and August.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I mean, is that enough? I don't know, I know that sometimes we make them do one for every date, but this does benefit the food pantry, so.
This one was a little bit different. And maybe, I mean, we've done it as one solid one before. We asked the watercross event because of the size and everything and the amount of resources that have to go into it in terms of like ambulance and everything else. So
Big difference.
Yeah.
right, this is kind of they're parking on a grass field and they're parking in their parking lot. And then they're just having people there. I mean,
It's been going on for years that way, so.
That's
Yeah.
fine, I just wanted to make sure we were,
and then typically we have had them make the special request if they do decide to do that one event during the year when we
Right.
close down
We have to
Church
close
Street.
down Church Street,
When they have
correct.
a cruise night. That's a special event they normally do.
Yeah. Do we have, and then we've typically,
waive the,
I was gonna say, we typically, if applicable,
Yes, I did. So in the signature file is the actual license that will be signed. So I did put in there that there was actually no applicable fee because it's under 100 people that normally attend anyways, so there's no fee associated with that, but then because it does benefit a Nottingham organization, it would be waived anyways.
five parking, okay. Do we have any other additional questions for the special event license for Nottingham Cruise Night?
You're trying to suck these minutes, aren't you?
I'm just asking,
I'll make a motion,
there's just nobody saying it.
so we're gonna waive, right? That's included, okay. I'll make a motion to approve the special event license application for cruise night at Liars Paradise on Tuesday nights, starting May 26th, all the way through August 25th. Time frame is 5 to 7 p.m. with a waiver of application fee because proceeds will benefit the Nottingham Food Pantry.
Sure, I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Alright,
All right. And old fire station lease renewal.
So the existing lease has been, well, for the past 2 years, we've leased a bay and a half to Emmy's Porta Potties. Typically, it's a 1-year lease, but really their primary use of the building is during the winter months. But we do a year-round lease. It did expire on April 30th because without town meeting or legislative body approval, you can't enter into any type of contractual obligation longer than that. So it is up for renewal. If you would like to reconsider it, it would be for the period of starting today, May 4th through April 30th of 2027. I didn't make any changes except for the dates of the contract.
Is it in here?
If not, it's in your packet.
that was in the packet somewhere. It was
Lease
in
agreement is attached.
We have to vote on
the-
that.
it was in the
Yeah.
email. I don't know if there's a paper copy of it.
If not, I think it's set up, you've
Yeah.
authorized me to sign it in the past, so I can just
Yep.
sign the original if you would like to carry forward that
So-
same process.
I have no issues with
I don't have
renewing
any
that.
issues.
It's a use of a building that's otherwise unused.
Right, exactly, I think it's, yeah.
Yep.
Makes sense. So I will make a motion to authorize Ellen to sign your lease agreement with Emmy's Porta Potty for rental of 1.5 bays of the old fire department or fire station.
I'll second,
All
sorry.
right. We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Adam, you good?
No, I'm gonna abstain.
Okay. And any more election recap and planning?
I'm going to actually ask that you table this topic. The moderator and the town clerk are unable to attend this evening for discussion. I did get some feedback from them, which is going to be circulated to you. But there was also discussion that we wanted the election team to kind of move forward with a discussion before it comes to the board level. And I was hoping that one of you might be willing to step forward and be part of that conversation when that happens. In the past, Tim DeBrio was kind of like our election official for the board to kind of have those discussions and then report to you as a whole. So the reason why I put it on here was because of the school's request to move the state primary election on September 7th, I think it is, to the community center, just because their school year was already going to, the start of the school year was already going to be extended out further due to the late Labor Day holiday. So that's how it ended up on your agenda, and then obviously trying to plan for the elections moving forward. So does anybody have any interest in perhaps
I can,
being part of that conversation when it
you
happens?
can't go, you'd have secret meetings at your house.
That would only be 2 people. It wouldn't be a
But
secret
no,
meeting.
she would,
Okay, so we'll try
that
to,
way too, she can't persuade you, so.
so we'll coordinate it once I get availability from everybody. So it'll be the supervisors of the checklist, the town moderator, and the town clerk, and of course you and I.
Great.
You can't make it, let me know.
Sure, that was awesome.
Okay.
And we'll move the elections recap and planning out to the May 18th meeting.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. Can't do that. Any policy stuff? Metal Road, anything else we can do in the next 5 minutes?
Not good.
Can only hammer along so fast, then we just kind of hit it abrupt.
Got 6 minutes.
Depends which clock you go
Oh,
by.
it's the agreement. No, it's not an agreement, sorry.
That's to take, do we have to discuss this agreement now, the signing the agreement?
Oh,
And
you
then-
could actually move forward. I mean, you've already, given your blessing to move forward with the purchase.
Right.
So I think it would be an appropriate time to authorize the Conservation Commission to execute the agreement.
So I have before me the agreement and deposit receipt, which will basically be the purchase and sales agreement for the land that we held with the Conservation Committee out behind the town hall here, located on Old Guile Road, and it would be, excuse me, tax map 38 lots 3, 4, 3, 6, 3, 8, and 410 for a selling price of $410,000. And then we're just gonna make the authorization to have the Conservation Committee sign into agreement with Mr. Noyes Commission, sorry. Conservation Commission. What, and they're gonna get signed to this after the public hearing that we're gonna hold at 7:30 for something completely unrelated. Get a motion?
All right. I will make a motion to authorize the Conservation Commission to, I guess, expend or whatever, to enter into the agreement and deposit receipt with Mr. Noyes for the purchase of vacant land consisting of 4 lots with a total acreage of 104.75 acres located on Old Guile Road and also identified as tax map 38, lots 34, 36, 38, and 40 for a selling price of $410,000.
I'll second that.
All right, great, we have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And we don't need to do a roll call for that one, or is aye fine for that? Thanks, fine. Excellent, so that will, the Conservation Commission will enter into this agreement after their meeting that they are gonna have in 3 minutes' time now. This is like waiting for New Year's Eve.
Can you take any questions from the audience?
Would you, Mr. Noyes, like to have a comment or a question? Would you like to make a comment or a question?
That's why I asked.
This is not,
As
we've
I
already had a public meeting about it, we've already accepted it. This is just the formal paper that they will deal, the Conservation Commission will sign afterwards, but there's really not a lot
Well,
to
as I
discuss.
As I understand it by law, the Conservation Commission cannot buy land. They can buy easements, but am I correct? or
You are
wrong?
correct. That's why they're authorizing them to execute the agreement on their behalf.
Is that all legal?
Yep.
That's how we own a lot of land in town.
Yes, it does say that the town owns it, but they're.
Okay, if I write the deed, am I gonna write it to the town of
Yes.
Nottingham?
Yes,
Correct.
Okay, that's the way I have it written now.
Yep.
And there's one other thing too, in the contract, which I'm questioning whether I will not sign it as it is. It requires a warranty deed. Every one of the properties that I own came to me by a quitclaim deed approximately 30 years ago. I've had no problems. And I would not pull anything like some jerk might convey the land one day to somebody else and then convey you all their rights, title, and interest. That's fraud. And I'm not looking for any time in jail. If I sign a deed that conveys land to the town of Nottingham, I'm gonna own it. I've done surveys, and you probably all have seen the surveys.
Correct?
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
With your name and stamp on it. Yes,
My name and stamp on them,
correct.
yes, and that, each one of those surveys will be recited in the deed.
Right. But isn't a warranty deed just the name?
This is
or-
not a warranty deed,
No.
and because I do not have warranty deeds, I have quitclaim deeds.
Okay,
One of them is a sheriff deed, the 80-acre piece that I own, well, roughly 80 acres, came to me by sheriff's deed, which is a quitclaim deed. I was concerned about that, so I got a deed from the prior owner who I took action against, and that's how I got the property, was through court action.
So are we gonna have to
quitclaim deed isn't-
wait on that, Ellen, or are we gonna have to change that wording?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
So the properties don't come with a warranty deed.
Okay, gotcha.
So they technically don't have what they would consider a clear title of ownership.
Isn't that nice?
I heard a comment that your attorney was here tonight.
No, he's not. He's the one that drafted the purchase and sales agreement.
Yeah.
Why did he choose warranty deed? Just like, that's what the answer I've
I
been dying
believe
to
he used
get.
a boilerplate agreement.
Norm, yeah.
Oh, alright.
It's the-
That's
I'm pretty sure you can find this on legalese.
So I have the Word document. I can revise it to whatever.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's wait till we get a,
Alright, you have a quick 30 seconds to speak, cause now we're at 7:30, so we might have to hold it off, but I will let you speak quickly. Go ahead, sir.
Say again?
Behind you?
Oh,
I was just gonna explain that the warranty deed, I don't know why before the parties, you're buying it, he's selling it. I don't know why you can't cross out warranty, both initial it and date it and put in quitclaim. We do it all the time in real estate.
Right, so if you have the open Word
I
document.
do.
Yep.
So I can just print a new copy.
Okay.
And we still gave the Conservation Commission to sign this once we're done. We're gonna change that one word from warranty deed to quitclaim deed. Does anybody in the Conservation Commission have issue with it?
okay, there was a long clause in there about future responsibilities. And I'm a little leery about. I wish I had a copy of the contract.
We'll have to handle it after the public hearing.
Handling it after the public meeting. Alright.
Yep.
This year it's now 7:30 by a real digital clock. We're gonna have a public hearing notice. So we have notice that the Conservation Commission has scheduled a public hearing to be held in conjunction with a select board meeting on Monday, May 4th, 2026 at 7:30 PM. Meeting room at the Nottingham Community Center, 139 Stage Road, Nottingham. The purpose of this hearing is to discuss expenditures of up to $15,000 as previously voted to be withdrawn from the Conservation Fund and payable to the Pawtuckaway Lake Improvement Association, PLIA. These funds are restricted to manual removal methods only for milfoil management, including associated equipment and training. Please note that this is not a statutorily required public hearing, but is being held to provide information to the public and allow for related questions. Conservation Commission, you have the floor.
Okay, as chair of the Conservation Commission, I open the public hearing.
Great.
Couple comments I'm gonna make. Because of where the milfoil is down in Pawtuckaway, it could affect the town beach if it's not removed, and it could affect the state boat launch and homes all around that area. So I think it, 15,000 is a small price to pay for at least our portion of it. There's other monies coming in to make up for the matching funds the DES wants, so.
And as people were listening, this is for the manual extraction only, not for the I can't say.
That is correct.
Correct.
So let me just back up 1 minute, just if the Conservation Commission members could introduce themselves. just
Sure.
For the record.
Drew Stevens.
Sam Demerit, Chair.
Cheryl Smith, Vice Chair.
Susan Mooney, Mary Colhard.
Okay.
So we have a quorum.
And this, when the Pawtuckaway Lake Improvement Association came to the Conservation Commission and asked about providing this sum of money to help them with the milfoil issue, we made a motion, we passed this contingent upon learning that whether or not this was or was not a legal or valid use of the funds. We checked with the Association of Conservation Commissions, New Hampshire Association of Conservation Commissions, and they said yes. Protecting the water quality was a viable and allowable use of the funds for this, so therefore here we are. But we did specify that it's for manual removal only, not to be used for any of the Procellacor application. And I don't know if anybody from the PLIA wants to make any comments at
We
all?
agreed to it at that meeting.
Did the select board have any questions?
No, I
I
mean,
understand it.
all right, from the
You
public.
agreed to pay me $15,000?
No, this has nothing to do with you. This is a completely
You're
separate
gonna
issue.
give them $15,000?
The Pawtucket
We're not
issue.
talking about you, Mr. Noyes, this is
Okay,
about
okay,
Pawtucket Lake.
come out.
Okay, we're on to Pawtucket Lake right now.
Your issue has been tabled until after this public hearing.
Okay.
We'll get back to you. Any questions from the board?
No, obviously milfoil is a concern and we are kind of fighting a battle and I understand the different methods that we're looking at. Obviously the people that are super involved with it, it is a courageous task to try to deal with. I still think that we are just fighting a losing battle slowly, but we are maintaining the battle longer until maybe we come up with a better plan or something eventually happens, but that's kind of where we're at right now. I mean, obviously we want to maintain the water quality here. I know we've tried to lean on the state a little bit because they're obviously getting their lion's share of state revenue from it as well, but it is a big part of our hometown and we need to maintain it. So does anybody else have any further discussions on it?
Is there any other questions?
Just why
The
you,
only restriction is the manual.
What?
you have to go through this route because
They are just being polite. They don't have to go through this
We
route.
did not have to have a public hearing for this particular expenditure, but we're doing it to remain transparency and to provide the public opportunity for comment.
great, okay, thank you.
Do you need us to authorize the expenditure or you can authorize it yourself? It's their fund, but for this one.
The fund has to be voted on by both parties. Both the Board of Selectmen, anything coming out of the Conservation Fund, we vote on.
We'll make it
and
simple
you
and
have
just
to
vote.
approve it.
So looking for a motion.
Wait, we will close the public hearing
Yeah.
Okay.
right now
Good-
and turn
good
that
job.
back over to the select board.
Thank you.
Procedures.
I know.
Hey, good.
Think
Thanks,
somebody's
Cheryl.
paying attention. So with that, the public comment for the public hearing is over. Select board, have any of your comments to have for the expenditure of their funds?
I appreciate that the Conservation Commission looking at this as well and recognizing that there's this conservation stuff exists and doing your due diligence to fulfill this need, so.
Great.
With that, I need a motion.
Right, I will make a motion to
Authorize.
to allow the not allow, authorize, sorry, thank you. Authorize the Conservation Commission to expend up to $15,000 withdrawn from the Conservation Fund and payable to the Pawtucket Lake Improvement Association for the manual removal methods only of milfoil management.
And a second.
Second.
All right, roll call or all in favor? Doesn't matter. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, back to the other topic.
Thank you.
Actually, yeah.
Thank you.
Do we need to continue, or we have given them authorization to sign this form and they can continue any discussion that might need to be for nuances of an agreement and deposit
Are you fine with that?
across the hall?
Fine with that. I did have a couple questions though.
Okay?
We already discussed the one about the warranty deed.
Scratch.
Does the liquidated damages section stay in there? Obviously, I guess it should because there is a deposit. Previously, I didn't know that there was a deposit, so.
I didn't know there was a deposit either.
What
Wasn't
is
that just said?
We have not deposited anything.
Okay,
Nope, no
Okay.
deposit.
I misunderstood something I heard earlier then. So that whole section on liquidated damages, does that remain? Because it does mention
I think it's
a
there
deposit.
in if there was a deposit. So that was one of the open questions from the town attorney. If there was a deposit, the language was in there, but since it does not apply,
The deposit would just be zero.
correct.
So that needs to be filled into 0 then?
Yes.
In that amount. Okay, that got changed to warranty deed. The paragraph, and I don't know if this was corrected or caught, but the transfer of title paragraph,
Yep.
the last section, buyer was misspelled. So just make sure that that is spelled correctly, B-U-Y-E-R instead of B-O-Y-U, well, however it's spelled.
B-Y-U-E-R.
I did report that.
B-Y-U-E-R, yes.
Yeah.
So that just needs to be corrected.
Does she have an old one? Cause mine,
She does.
she has an old one,
All right,
okay.
I did report that.
Mine is-
It was that, and there was a reference to another town as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
My papers and.
How much you paying our lawyer?
Clearly too much.
Attorney Serge also had a question about the buyer shall be responsible for all recording fees, so is, okay, that's
That is
acceptable.
typical.
Just wanna make sure that that is okay. If that section on damages stays, the first sentence, it says, if the buyer shall default in the performance of her obligations, I think we should change that to their obligations.
Yes.
I don't know if we are putting a gender on the town.
she's a good tent.
And then, Attorney Serge also had a question about if the parties have agreed to any special conditions, those should be included here. I think we can just delete that whole additional provisions, or just add into there that there are none.
Yeah, I did put a caveat in there. It says there are no other conditions of this
Okay.
purchase.
Okay,
Actually, I said condition, but conditions.
and I think,
That was it for me.
and I think that's it.
Okay, so we're getting rid of, so we're putting 0 for the deposit. Liquidated damages is going away altogether.
Okay,
Yes, no?
So that whole thing's going away?
What would they do?
It's in the performance review.
It's, if we default, we would default them the deposit that we didn't pay them.
Right, okay,
But we're going to make this happen.
right. So, yeah. So
And
this
any reference to warranty deed is now gonna say quit claim deed.
Yeah. Is it just that one instance?
There's two
So
instances
there's,
in the
there's
front.
two, there's one under deed and one under title.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
You should hire AI as their lawyer.
So, and then you putting the date in for today or whatever?
What do we wanna say, are we
Sorry.
saying the title transfer is on or for?
Is that also today? If he's
Sure,
got the
where was the
title.
reference to her?
That was in the section you just deleted under liquidated
Okay.
damages.
That's why I can't find it anymore.
It's gone.
So I mean, should we technically change this to an agreement rather than like purchase agreement and get rid of the deposit receipt?
Sure. Disagreement.
Purchase agreement. Changes on the fly.
Yeah. Are there any other,
Anything else on that?
I don't think so.
Are you gonna reprint this up for them so they can go sign in the other room?
I am. I was just curious if you wanted to entertain any further concerns with the document by Mr. Noyes, because if not, they'll have to come grab me to make further changes.
I suppose we should.
So, yeah. I guess-
Mr. Noyes, did you have any other concerns with the agreement? Huh?
Well, I wish I had
Have
a
to
co-
speak
copy
loud
of
again.
it, but,
I can give you a copy. I think I have a
my
copy.
biggest question I have now
With your edits on it?
is when do you think we can close on this? And why do we need a purchase sales agreement? That's something that real estate brokers use.
It's typically how we do,
It's just basically saying that they can sign, we give them permission to sign for us.
Or it says her.
We're gonna cross that out, that's gone.
that
paragraph's
paragraph
gone.
has been
That's been
deleted.
fixed.
That paragraph is deleted.
Yep,
Yeah, you want my
The
copy?
paragraph is gone.
That, you mean the liquidated damage?
That's gone.
Fine.
Okay, I wish I could hear better, and I appreciate your putting up with my bad hearing. I very much would like to have the town own this land, it's conservation land, and I wanted to ask what they intended to do with it. And when we could close,
when we intend to close,
yeah.
I don't know how soon you guys can write a check. I don't know if, does this need to be at a,
We write the check.
does it need to be at
It'll
a,
be cut on Friday.
but does it need to be at a regular closing, like a more formal than this, or no?
Nope.
So
Friday.
we will sign paper tonight. And
Check will be on Tuesday.
and Ellen said the check should be available.
They'll approve it over the weekend and it will be available on Tuesday at the latest.
On Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
A week from tomorrow.
Oh, that sounds good. We started on February 2nd.
It takes a little bit with government.
The wheels take a long time
I
to turn.
understand. I used to
Fast,
be
I
on
get
government
familiar.
board, and I really.
Might have passed.
I know.
Let's close them out.
Even job that you're doing and with a smile on your face and
This is
appreciate
quick.
yeah, I appreciate it.
So with this, I do have to ask, we have another meeting at 7:45, so the Conservation Commission and Mr. Noyes, if you could complete across the hall.
Sure.
There was one,
I would caution, for the town's benefit, against doing a purchase and sales agreement. And the reason is, when we first came in here and I showed the gentleman there, we're conveying this land via what's called inverse condemnation, a regulatory taking.
we are not.
We're not.
We are
No,
not.
we're avoiding
We are
this
not.
We're avoiding.
Correct.
Yeah.
We're avoiding that. We're not getting into that. This is, he offered land for sale and we bought it.
Okay, okay.
It's a done deal.
Thank you guys very much for your time.
Thank
Would
you.
like you to repeat that first night's meeting.
Nope,
It's either you
we're
buy it
good.
or we're gonna be
No,
going for it.
I don't need to be threatened with federal prison again.
Mr. Duffy.
Tempting as it is.
Okay.
At this time, it is now 7:45-ish, and Tom Duffy
Get out of your hair.
would like to have you speak in terms of the Pawtuckaway Lake Dam hazard reclassification. And I'm sorry to be still continuing to speak so
Scream.
loud.
Well done. That's all right, I can use the help too.
We need a horn.
Hi, my name is Tom Duffy, I live at 28 Tuckaway Shores Road.
Steve, I can't have you, we gotta be able to hold our meeting. Can you continue across the hall, sir?
All clear? I can't see behind.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, my name is Tom Duffy, I'm at 28 Tuckaway Shores Road, Nottingham, New Hampshire. I am here as president of the Pawtuckaway Lake Improvement Association, and I am here to request that the town petition to have a formal hearing with the Water Division, the Dam Division specifically, they call it the Water Division of the New Hampshire DES, regarding the reconstruction of the reclassified dams, and I'll explain that in 2 minutes or less. But how did we get here? The New Hampshire DES standard prior to March 2024 was a 100-year flood. 100-year flood has certain criteria. It requires certain dam strengths. It requires that there can't be an overtopping of the dam of so many inches. that would wash away the dam, et cetera. That was the standard for all of the dams in New Hampshire. And then in March of 2024, they raised the standard to the new gold standard that 5 or 6 states now follow, which is the 1,000-year flood plan. So the difference between a 100-year flood plan and a 1,000-year flood plan is approximately 2 to 2.5 times the various strengths and measures that are required, including the height of the dam as well as the internal strengths. They focused on Pawtuckaway because they had found in Dolph Dam, which is the main dam, they had found a sinkhole in 2020 to 2023. They studied it. We have been aware of the sinkhole slowly sinking for years, but they decided to start measuring it. So they have in 2025, they drilled test wells, at first just for the sinkhole, but then they began several borings in the dam. And then in addition to that, they took measures in that dam. They found that as the water came in to the lake in 2025, the dam leaked a little bit more. And when the water went down, it leaked a little bit less, which makes a lot of sense. So they thought, maybe it's coming in from the front. So they did borings in the front to test the internal strength of the dam. All of this, we have asked for the reports since it's a year later, and we have not received them. I guess they're busy up there. I've inquired 2 or 3 times. Finally, in late March, after you got Steve Doyen's reclassification letter,
Yep.
I asked for some data, and I got a comprehensive evaluation report that I had never seen before that was prepared in May of 2025 by AECOM, AECOM, the engineers that DES hired to do the study to prove that the dam is not sufficient for the 1,000-year level. In addition so Drowns Dam was reclassified as high, as a high level of risk, and what that means is that people's lives could be endangered if the dam were to break and the flood that would result. The second level of concern was applied to standard risk was applied on the 1,000-year flood to Drowns Dam, which is at the northern end of the lake. Apparently less people, they weren't afraid of anybody dying, but they were afraid of a couple of homes being wiped out. They also, as long as they were at it, they included Goves Dyke, which is also reclassified as standard. That is the entryway to Seaman's Point Road and Seaman's and
Cove Road, Shore Road.
yeah, all that. So, and then there's a dike that I didn't know about, Drowns Dyke, but that was classified as low, so there's not as much concern about it. Corey Clark is the main engineer. He gave the PLIA a presentation at our annual meeting last year, and that's when everybody woke up to the fact that he has a schedule and a timeline as the following. In 2026, they're going to continue to develop their concepts for increasing the discharge capacity. It's the discharge capacity that will determine how safe the dams are, how fast they can get the water out when a storm comes. And prevent it from overtopping, which also may make a higher dam. That will continue, and in 2027, they will have a plan and put it out to bid. And they'll put it out to bid. In 2028, they will go to the legislature and hopefully get the money to do it, which they don't have now. And in late 2028, with the fall drawdown of Pawtuckaway, they would start beginning to stage the work. And 2029 would have a drained lake, basically. And we know that everything would go smoothly, so that would be the end of it by
So
2030.
drawdown, if they do this, is gonna happen in 2029, not the summer of 2028, according to the.
Their published document is what I just quoted.
Tom, Corey also made a presentation to us in the fall with the same information, although he told us at that time Drowns Dam was their number one concern in the state, that was their number one next dam.
Well, he told us that the Dolph was the number one.
It could have been
And-
Dolph.
Interesting.
And that Drowns Dam is still in their literature classified as standard, not high. So
It's
maybe,
interesting,
maybe he
yeah.
changed it since they wrote all this stuff. And I'd like to tell you what's accurate, but we don't have any reports since last year.
Right.
Since May of last year, so we
We'd asked Dylan
don't
to
know.
have him come back again this fall because we know things are
So
changing.
And I think I met him at the, I did the site tour for the Mendham's
Yeah.
project,
Uh-huh.
which is just looking at that and talking with them, it is gonna be extremely significant. And when they did it, based on your overtopping that you were talking about, the Drowns Dam to Dike, the one on Siemens Point Road,
Yes,
and Dolph Dam were they all have to be done at the same time.
well, yeah, if
So,
you're
and
gonna
it was
drain a
gonna
lake,
be-
you gotta do them all.
Right.
Correct. It was gonna be a very, they did talk about the two dikes, specifically the Siemens Point one, potentially could be done at a later year, cause that is typically dry on the normal drawdown, so they might be able to kind of finagle that one.
Small too.
Yeah.
Correct. I didn't even realize, I'd driven over it a couple times and then, until he was
Did
like
you?
there, and then I'm sitting like, oh yeah, this,
Way
I
up
can
in
see what he's talking about.
There it is.
But Dolph was of the concern, the height, the rock stacking, the fact that when they were drilling, they had the sediment and the murky water coming out, not from where it was supposed to be coming out, not from the leak access point. So he might have gotten confused, because I get confused when I talk about the Drowns and Dolph, but he was.
We also took a tour with him of Mendham's, says he could show one of the relief methods was the sluice way. I don't know if he
Yeah. Oh,
showed you
right,
that,
yeah.
but there's. The reason that we're requesting a public hearing on this, first of all, because we think that all the stakeholders should be informed and not keep guessing what's going on. Second thing is they seem, to my mind, and in talking to people at Mary Mating Lake who had such a hearing back in December, and since that hearing, the people, they hired some engineers and they brought up a whole other, several ideas that would be less less restricting on drawdown for creating this, a faster discharge. There are many, since then I looked a lot of these things up, there are many different designs that can be done that are not just making it bigger and stronger and wider and that.
So
That
the
seems
major
to be-
concern, and I know that a public hearing will occur as we get closer and the project is designed and developed, then they can talk about it more, from what I gathered from him. The biggest issue is the construction style of Dolph Dam, and there was the couple of these stacked brick ones for the Newmarket Mill structure. It was Bow Lakes Dam, Dolph Dam, Mendham's, were all of the one waterway for this, and they were kind of, he said, hastily constructed back in the time because they were building factories quicker than they could rechain water, is kind of how he made it seem. And the one there in Newmarket too, that one has been an issue too, but I believe the issue is the seepage more so than the water relief.
Well, maybe, but they did address that last summer. And in a brief conversation that I had with Corey when I was requesting the documents, the data since then, he indicated that they treated the sinkhole, that they attempted some remediation on it. And so I said, how's it going? And he said he didn't have the report available. And that was last November. And now it's May. And I don't believe it's been, I know they're busy, I don't believe it's been as transparent, certainly as I would like. And I think the people that live on the lake that are threatened with a transition time of no water would also like to know if there might be alternatives in design as well. And I think that they at least should have a shot at expressing their opinions on that. That's why I think we call for that in the fall. I did some further research and found out that they are supposed to put out in the fall a phase 2
This fall.
of what has happened. So the reports that I'm looking for apparently will be assembled and will be available this fall. And on that basis, perhaps the public hearing will be more informative because they will have had time to digest the data that they've produced and what alternatives might be done for it, we think. But we're guessing. That's why unless it comes out in a public way, things can drag on and still be murky.
I think we're on the same page with you, Tom. We've been kind of all over this because it may affect the town beach as well. They were talking about building a higher dam at Drowns and a wider dam, and we don't know how that will affect things. So we are asking to come back in the fall,
Right.
and that would be a good time.
Yeah,
for
I
a public
mean,
hearing.
my understanding is I think it will now be a continuous, for that overtopping from Drowns Dam to Drowns Dike, it's gonna be almost this table higher.
Some of the other ideas that came up at Mary meeting and other places were why, if you're going to spend time rebuilding a dam, or even the first 10 feet of a dam, why have one gate? Why not have more gates? Okay, a sluice gate is there's 3 or 4 different kinds of gates you can have. But in this day and age, if you're expecting a storm, you know it's coming. Why not anticipate that and have electronic controls of the gates? Right now, they send people down to the dam, they hook the boards, they pull them up, they manage the dams the same way they've managed them for
100 years or more, right?
more.
Yeah.
So I think that the suddenness of introducing the 1,000-year criteria over the 100-year criteria is creating a bit of a scramble. In 2006, we had the Mother's Day flood. In 2007, we had the Patriots' Day flood, 2 back-to-back years. And those were 100-year plus classifications. The dams held. Now, all I'm saying is that they were good enough then. If they need to restructure the dams or create more discharge or create more strength, there may be more technology that I haven't seen presented in any of his presentations or theirs suggesting. So, and they are AECOM, and feel free to call them. I'll give you the cover page. I have these documents and I'm happy to send them to you
I
and you
have
can
them all.
circulate them.
Those are the ones that I sent you?
No, Corey sent them to me. I didn't see this one.
That's one of the ones I sent to you, Tom.
Okay. You get the hydrology report too?
There was like 6 different emails that you asked me to get from Corey. Yeah, hydrology.
So, I mean, my concern here in talking to them is they are all saying in the dams and lakes. It is kind of what happened with Nottingham Pond when that dam blew out after a few years, and they're like, we don't consider this a dam worth rebuilding, and the private landowner rebuilt that dam. So in this case, from my understanding, it is strictly a money thing. It is so financially expensive to fix the very tall Dolph Dam and the other 3 structures that completely redesigning where they're kind of doing the top coating method, right? I believe it was a heavy rubber sheeting with lots of graveling and everything on the inside part and some concrete
Swings.
buttressing and everything on the front part, and ours is significantly bigger than Mendham's.
Right, yeah, it's like, way bigger than that.
Way bigger.
I didn't actually understand how big Dolph Dam was until I went out and saw the drilling, and I was like, this dam is
It's
really big.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good size. I was surprised at actually how big it was considering the size of the pond, right?
Yeah. Pam, you're gonna speak anyway, so come on up, Pam.
I am, what, not until he's finished.
No, good.
I mean, I agree we can try, but I think all of the dams in the state are unfortunately getting very degraded, and they have to fix them all. And there's only so much money, but then people don't want increased taxes, but
Yeah.
the lake is going to be empty in a couple of years, and there is not a thing we can do about it.
So there's one more point on that I'd like to bring up, and
Okay.
that is, how do you assess a waterfront property if there's no water?
You can refer to the other towns that have gone through this. You are not beholden to the water. It's not your water, it's the state's water, and they can either decide if it's gonna be there or not.
Well, that's fine, but the town assesses the properties on the basis of their
The water being there.
facility, their amenities and so forth. If you don't have the amenity, then I don't know how to fix it, but unless there's some sort of a 1-year adjustment, it's not a permanent change in the land, we hope. It's a
What they
temporary
told
change.
us when we were touring the Mendham's one is that the sales prices of the homes did not actually go down.
Cause they know it's
And
gonna
that's
fill up
what the
again.
taxes are based on.
Well, so could I just, it sounds like you're already convinced that this is gonna happen, period. And I think you said there's no stopping it, it will happen. And I think what Tom is trying to suggest is that maybe it doesn't have to happen to that degree. Maybe there are
Maybe
other
alternatives.
ways to, do repairs or amenities or improvements that don't involve draining the whole lake and rebuilding the whole thing. And I think the concern that Tom has been expressing is that if it's possible to, to intervene at some point and have a public hearing and have them explain everything, which they haven't explained to us yet, that they know, and maybe take some questions, or at least tell us everything that they know now, so that we have some basis of questioning it. It will be a done deal if we can't have an opportunity before then. And you may remember that,
Yeah, you did
the
good.
park
You did good.
system, okay, the
Yep.
park system. They were gonna put 35 new, RV campsites, and they had it all planned out, but they hadn't gotten that far along.
Yep.
So we demanded a public hearing, we got them to come and listen to us, and they changed their mind and decided not to do it. I mean, we were actually flabbergasted, but
we
they
also
mentioned.
discovered that their septic systems were
Yeah,
not
well,
working.
we
But it
gave
was a
them,
good-
okay, we
yeah.
gave them an opportunity to change their minds, and we gave them a good reason to change their minds. But in there, when they explained why they changed their minds, they mentioned that people were opposed and had all these reasons why they were opposed and didn't want it. So I just think it might be worth, considering that maybe having a public hearing
I don't think there's any reason not to have a public hearing.
Yeah,
I mean, that
I-
is
would
what
help.
would be our intent.
It may
in the
not stop
fall.
anything, but it might give us a chance to.
Well, we all have questions. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no question
Right.
about that.
Mendham's, by the way, was supposed to be what they call a phased construction. That it was supposed to be done during 2 drawdowns from October to May. And it didn't happen that way. They were completely without water for a year. They're 7 feet below pond now.
Right, to do it, and then we got hit with a drought,
Yeah.
and
It's filling slowly, right? Yeah.
See how things work out perfectly.
No, I think our intention was to have him come back. I think a public hearing is a great idea. We all have questions. When Corey came to us in the fall, he did make the situation sound very dire.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Epping would be flooded, Raymond would be wiped out, and I'm not a hydrologist or an engineer, and I was like, oh, wow, that's pretty
We
bad.
heard that too, but we've learned some things
I
that
think it
make
would
us
be-
wonder,
I think
that's
it would
all.
be great to have folks like you ask questions and find out where we're going with it, because it'll impact everybody.
They just started modeling it. I mean, again, they made the standard in 2004. They just started looking at it in 2005. They know they have to do it. They know that they have to increase the discharge or increase the strength. That was what they know. They're modeling it. They'll come up with solutions. Maybe there's better ones. Maybe they'll add technology. Maybe they won't. But we don't know what they're doing.
Did they, I thought they made the outlet gate at Mendham's automatic. I thought
Yeah.
I
that,
think they did.
Yes.
the
they
new,
did.
the new drawdown
Yes.
one became, I think that was his intent, was, one, they're reducing
think it
staffing,
is.
I think they're trying to get that to,
That's why I say why one gate.
does Dolph only have one gate?
Yes. It has a
Now it
spill,
does.
it has a spillway that spills,
Yeah,
the first 6 inches over pond.
and then Drowns has kind of two next to each other, a little spaced apart, or is it
Well,
considered
it's the
one?
same gate, really.
Okay.
It
I'm
operates,
thinking the spillover part where they
Right.
put the boards in.
yeah,
So-
it operates differently than Dolph. It's,
Fascinating.
it operates with a crank.
Right,
up.
it pulls
lifts
from the bottom.
It
The
pulls
bottom.
from the bottom,
Which was a mistake in the
which
first
was a
place.
Yes,
mistake.
it
Oh, they made a mistake? Did you know that they drained Mendham's in 2016 and put in the wrong gate then?
Do you know that Goose Pond at Enfield, they were supposed to finish the project and that didn't last, and so they went 2 years without water up there because the construction company couldn't finish in time?
Your Honor, I
Warning,
rest my
warning,
case.
warning.
No, I mean, I don't have in my business, I know a lot of lakes and ponds, 'cause it's what I
Yeah.
deal with.
Right.
And I have a lot of faith in who the state's gonna hire.
Yeah.
Because I haven't heard of a good scenario that's actually worked out to where it should be on any damn project.
And this is a
Oh, I like
huge,
this guy.
I know.
Thank
He's
you.
on-
well, and this is a huge project because it's
Huge.
basically 2 dams and 2 dikes
Yeah,
at the
for,
same time.
The number is
think-
about $20
And
million
state park
now.
as well.
By the time they get to it in 2029, it'll probably be,
30.
and this is one lake.
Yeah.
Might be a primary lake to their eyes because the state's got a park here, but it's one lake. And we have 275 lakes. What'd she say the other day? We had
Oh,
a
it was a
presentation
lot.
here. She had
It was a lot.
275 lakes.
But
Yeah.
I thought that
Pawtucket
quarter does seem
is
He does.
the second biggest state park revenue or
Yes.
something like that.
I think
So-
Hampton
Hampton's
is
like
the
the one that
first
beats
and we're
it.
the second.
The second, yeah.
Well, they poured a lot of money into him.
It's got a lot of ramifications. So I think we're all in agreement, right? This is a good idea. Should we aim for, what would you suggest, September, October?
I think September before everybody gets too busy and the weather's nice and people are still,
Yeah.
residents are still hanging around on the, coming up on the
We also have
weekend.
to make sure that we reserve the gymnasium, the room over there.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Can't have 150 people show up in
No.
in this room here.
A
No,
good point,
good
very
point,
good
Charles.
point, yeah.
That does come, we do have this meeting, we do have to make sure that that's taken
Yeah.
care of.
And it
That's
could
great.
be
No
a-
pickleball.
a meeting just for that.
It would have to be just
Yeah.
for that, we won't have anything else that night.
For that,
night.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, because it impacts everybody. So we can ask our lovely and efficient TA.
So there'll be nothing
to
brought about this and
Book it, coordinate it. Book it, baby.
at the annual meeting.
Now, the annual meeting, we decided to speak on other things.
Wildlife,
Right, yeah.
wildlife.
Right.
The wildlife
Birds
of
and
Pawtucket.
Turtles and
Right.
stuff.
Wild events,
And that pesky milfoil.
right.
No, But,
No,
No,
we had Corey last year and he scared the bejesus out of us.
yeah.
We have the money for milfoil. This is good. This is good. We have the relationship.
Yeah.
It's really the first thing that we've done along with the Conservation Commission, which we're thrilled about, that everybody's kind of cooperating on this.
Lamprey River Advisory Committee is.
We said
is
we'd do it
ponying
their
up a lot
way,
of money.
so, yeah, it's good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So,
And my concern too is, like you said, the costs going up and the way that they're allocating money to this is that they're gonna just end up, somehow the project's gonna it's gonna go potentially long, because the funding's gonna be for 1 year, and then and Dolph Dam is not going to be cheap. He was just like that one, like he was scared by the project.
yeah,
And then he's like, I'm gonna have to have probably several companies if we're gonna do this simultaneously,
Yeah,
Try to get
all
it
of
done.
them, yeah.
because they're just so far apart, you can't have one
It's a lot.
company.
Oh.
No,
During these
State your name.
John Doe, during these
no.
drawdowns.
We didn't know who you are.
that you speak of and maybe other lakes and stuff. And sorry if this is a stupid question, but
There's no.
is the, well, you speaking for Pawtucket, is there some water left in the lakes?
So when we went to Mendham's, there was a little bit of water left in the lake, and they built a coffer style dam. I wouldn't even say it was a recreational amount, like canoes and kayak. Like, I mean, you could go on the water at your own risk, but the drawdown was significant. From my understanding is that Pawtucket is technically 2 lakes two kind of deep spot, or two,
They discovered that it's three during the
Three?
most recent mathematic, Drowns is a separate, is a separate pond that merged.
it's only
with-
due to the significant size of the dam that the water looks like it does, which is why it's kind of so rocky. So I can only imagine what's gonna be left there once it,
A few puddles. It
Yeah.
happened in
There'll be-
1985,
Yeah.
and we have pictures of what it looks like.
Right.
Oh, so it's just like a few divots
So-
here and there between
Yeah, so
rocks, yeah.
My boat will still be.
it reminded me, so
I bet it will.
the Dolph side reminded me of like what I would picture the moon to be,
Yeah.
like
Oh.
just barren kind of hills and valleys and
That's how I would picture it, yeah.
Maybe we could
Not-
rent it to
not
NASA,
recreationable.
try out their rovers.
so they did set up
gonna be great ice
addendums
fishing.
like that coffer style in case it happened to be a rainy year. And then they have to control the effluent, and then they have to maintain some form of flow to the downstream rivers. It's not a ton, but they have to maintain something. But essentially, there's nothing left. They control the inflow and the effluent a little bit with a hose, and then they had some diesel generator pumps there to pump if it got bad.
Yeah,
Around.
and also supply the downstream.
the
They
big,
can't dry up the downstream.
the big side of the lake will have like a deep spot of about 25 feet, cause that's like 52 feet normally.
Yeah.
And
36, I think, is the deep end in the south end.
30,
30,
Thir-
is it
Oh.
32, 34 or
30
something?
is 30.
Wow.
yeah,
And right now, it's like 20.
right, the
Yeah,
dam
yeah.
goes, the
They'll
dam
put the
goes
boards in
down
the dam when they
26
should
feet
have.
or something.
So if they drain it, I'm not confident about how
Why
they're
don't
gonna
you
refill
Man,
it.
we're relying on these people to.
I love.
But it has refilled in the past.
Yeah,
We'll get there.
if they put the
I
boards
think
in
we've beaten
earlier,
this horse enough.
all that snow melt.
So your wish is our command. We will have a public hearing
Thank
in
you.
September, right?
Yeah, but before we, I mean, we'll have the public, I can agree with that, but the state better provide some information, or there's no purpose having a hearing.
Yeah.
If they're still giving the same information
We'll put it
Tom's
on
got
them,
today,
you know.
why bother?
Well, it's a
one of
chance
the
for you to ask
reasons that I
questions,
thought
so.
You could request it
Now,
is because
I've been told that.
it's not just me bugging them.
Right.
You know,
It's a
they
chance
have
for
to be
everybody to ask
forthcoming.
questions. Yeah, no, I-
You know, I've
We need
put
to
in
do it,
calls
yeah.
to ACOM and all that, and they're not gonna talk to me until Corey tells them that they can talk to me. With their, 'cause- and he says he hadn't seen the reports as of
And
March,
see,
so.
it'll be like a year later than when he first presented to us, and I mean, yeah, they should be able to tell us
If you
something
ask in
and hear our
advance-
input, right?
if you ask in advance, then they'll have plenty of time to marshal their facts by September.
Mary meeting was also a high priority, and now apparently it's not, because I talked to them, and they said, we haven't heard anything since then.
So he told us it was number one on their list.
Yes, he told us to.
And you know,
That's
there
what-
was
that's what he
flooding
says
and
to all the girls.
famine and pestilence, and the ark was being built, so. Yeah, I have lots of questions too, but
New
you have intelligent
legislation,
ones.
new budgeting.
Yeah.
Yep,
I mean, they can't start the project without money.
that's right.
Okay, thanks.
It's for us to know too.
Think
Thank
we're
you,
done.
Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
it'll be like shooting fish in a barrel. if we
Yeah,
get
I was
that.
gonna say, depending on how you look at it, is that good or bad?
Yeah.
Yes, I experienced one of these situations in the past, and yeah, the fishing was very good that
Oh, there you go. Somebody will be happy. That's good.
The fish were starved.
Take care.
Good night.
Alright, we're gonna, is there anything, are they good across the hall?
I have
think
a
they're done.
fully executed purchase agreement, yay!
I think he's a state park manager,
Oh, yes.
the kid that was sitting there.
That did not look, I don't know.
I think he's a state park manager.
I have questions.
John Doe?
John Doe,
Where are you going?
Yeah, make him
We have a
come back.
meeting.
he didn't sign in.
I want him to be.
He didn't sign in.
public hearing.
Oh, I thought you knew him. I thought he was like a friend of yours.
I think he's the state park manager.
Oh, that would be great.
This is exciting.
Thank
Alright,
you, Cheryl.
review action items from prior meeting.
He looked like a high school student.
You did.
Meadow Road,
Mindle Road.
Kitty knew it.
Mindle,
Mindle Road, so
Mindle.
I did follow up on this, and
You
back
good?
in September, Mr. Surge, our attorney Surge, sent us correspondence on what the next steps
Right.
were. And I don't think, I looked back through the minutes and I don't see that we actually addressed them, they were forwarded, but I don't think we ever discussed, so obviously we have 2 new board members on.
The next steps for what?
To move forward, how to move forward with like the legal approach of maintaining Mindle Road on the Raymond
Oh,
side.
Well, no,
Okay,
cause I thought we had responded out to Raymond, like basically it was like, ask Raymond, and we asked Raymond, and they said, we will not participate in
Right.
anything.
So what is the next step with moving forward to have the court determine whose maintenance responsibility it was?
And
And
I thought we
that's,
thought that was a,
That's,
Good
I thought the
idea.
direction that we
Yeah,
gave,
that's what I-
where we were trying to give Matt to go forward with.
yes.
I
So,
think part of this was it went with Lee, and then Lee doesn't work there anymore.
thank you.
ah,
So we did have a attorney with the firm that left the first of the year, and she was handling quite a few matters for us.
She's back with this firm now.
No,
no, oh, this is a different
That's the other.
No.
this
that's the
was,
old one.
yeah.
Oh.
Lee is gone to somewhere else, right?
Oh, just call him. That's Susan's.
Why can't Raymond just pay us a certain sum of money and call it a day and we'll just keep doing the road? At least we're getting compensated something for money wise. Wouldn't that be the
That's not
easiest
legal.
What's
transaction?
that?
Cause they got burned by some other project in town, and now they are very much like, we will not participate.
They actually signed an ordinance that they will not do any maintenance or accept any ownership of Mindle Road specifically. They signed that last year.
Yeah.
So it's up to us to
Yes.
enter into an agreement with the property owners on the Raymond side of Mindle Road. It would have to be all in or
Right.
none, because they all own the road. Obviously, it's being significantantly developed. There are a lot of new houses. There's another, what, 3 or 5
I
going
think
in?
it's
Are these all going in Raymond?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so they're
they'll
all
get the
reaping the
tax.
benefit of,
Why don't we just do a massive project in that road that shuts it down? for a
Can't we?
while?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? This is really
but
happening?
our residents in Nottingham rely on that as their only means of ingress and egress.
Yeah.
Toll.
We need to reroute the road through something else.
I know.
How long is this parcel
Get
of
an
road again?
easement. Huh?
This section of Mindle Road?
It's like a third of a mile.
Yeah, it's not.
So we're stuck maintaining it anyways, for our own residents.
Right, we're stuck
Correct.
maintaining for our own.
Isn't that
residents.
convenient for
It's
Raymond?
longer than a third of a
Yeah.
mile, but,
It is, it's
They're
very
stinky
convenient.
about it.
Yeah.
so,
And you know, even the theory is that, well, we just won't grade that part of the road, where all the residents have to go over it, so it's all like, you know.
Right.
you
And
you
our
should-
It
emergency-
sounds petty, but
right, including our emergency apparatus still
That's
has
the
to go
big
over.
thing, is our emergency apparatus,
we
and
share that stuff anyways, but we would be responding to it whether they paid for the road or not.
Right. It mutually could come from Raymond at that time. We always used to joke, if you lived on that side of the lake, you better call Raymond first. Cause they're literally like 2 miles away.
Yeah, it's true.
So I guess for transparency, just to outline it, RSA 232:1-A provides that a petition for layout or altering a class 4, 5, or 6 highway can be filed with Superior Court when it passes over lands in 2 or more towns, one of which is the county, one of which is in the county. RSA 232:1-A2, numeral 2, after received the petition, the Superior Court will generally refer it to the county commissioners for the county in which the road is located. After receiving the petition from the court, the county commissioners will schedule a date, time, and place for a hearing with notice to the selectmen in each interested town. The statute provides that the commissioners will follow the same process used by the selectmen for layouts under RSA Chapter 231, which includes hearing notice of 30 days. So this is obviously going to take some time once we get onto the court's docket. So the advice, or I should say, the consensus of the prior board was to move forward with this, but I would just like,
What's this gonna
It should
cost
be-
to fight it?
exactly. We don't know what the cost is.
Sounds
It's gonna
petty,
be,
it sounds
it's gonna legal
ridiculous.
preparation, it's gonna be them defending us through this court hearing.
Only to find
I
out.
mean,
so the
That
reason
potentially
we have
the
talked
bill's gonna
about
be put
this
back on us.
is it comes into, we could get sued by our own town folk for expending taxpayer money to take care of an asset in another town.
right.
They
They just got a
have,
sign from the church that says this is not for Raymond, this is for these guys. We're doing it for our own residents, they just happen to
Well,
benefit.
exactly, and
It's the
I
ethically right
think
thing to
the-
do.
Right, it's the ethically right thing to
But not the
do,
legal.
and I can't see Raymond saying, no, you can't do this.
Part of
No, but-
Moore's Road too.
Yes,
but
But
Moore's.
we
But
have
there's
an
an
agreement
agreement.
with Moore's Road,
we
right?
do have an agreement with Moore's. signed by the,
Which is
because
even-
that is actually a town-owned road.
This is a
This
private,
is a private road. It is a,
and they won't accept ownership of it.
Sounds upsetting, sounds annoying, sounds like something we should keep
Yeah,
in
but
the back of our minds when they need
If all the
us.
residents on that road went to vote, could they make it a town road?
but they would, somebody would need to petition the town, 25 registered voters, and then it would have to go through and pass it by the ballot. With 3/5 majority,
But
or
our,
3/5 or 2/3.
What would make them wanna do that though?
can't be our,
I know, so I'm just thinking.
Think
Yeah.
about that.
So I think that's what we've come to the conclusion of, is in order to get the legal clarification that's needed, it's going to end up in court for the county to determine
Town versus
who's
town,
responsible.
A lot of money.
I mean, it's a shame,
And
but
what is
So
what's the
the-
end result
the-
if we win? What are
the
they gonna give us a
culvert
couple bucks
failed.
for plowing it, a couple?
I don't even think it's that they would give us money, it would just be that we are court recognized to maintain that section of
Yes.
road, so
So
that
the-
we can't get in trouble.
and our own taxpayers can't sue us.
The main
for-
culvert on that road on the Raymond side failed in 2021, 2022. Raymond absolutely would not do anything with it, so the town of Nottingham paid whatever it was, I think it was $10,000
Very
to replace
nice.
that culvert. We have it marked that it is property of the town of Nottingham in Raymond. Because it literally left our residents stranded.
I guess it just comes down to what are the chances of us being sued compared to how much they guaranteed gonna cost us to fight.
I mean, I guess, Ed, I would ask that question to Matt, like, what would happen if our residents, would we just end up in court anyway, and then it would just clarify it at that point?
How much is it gonna cost us to fight, to go to court?
Never
You know, that's really,
That seems to be the unanswered question that keeps getting
They're not
asked.
gonna be able to give us an answer to that, a town versus town,
He
it's gonna be
doesn't
who can
know.
last
I mean,
longer,
honestly, they
that's
don't
what it
know.
is.
and
Right.
why would Raymond disagree with it?
They don't think we're gonna do anything.
Raymond, the town, is not technically, they are like, it's a private road.
Right. Right, why,
So they're just like, it's a private road.
right, just go ahead, maintain it, Nottingham. You know, how,
They don't care, it only affects what, few of their residents right now.
Yeah.
they don't care,
It
But
was
they're,
about,
but
yeah,
more, they're gonna be more.
it was at one time 9 properties, but now that 9 properties is becoming 15, and then it'll eventually
What's the
become 20.
purpose of, and I should know this from the planning board, you probably know this, what's the purpose of looking into regional impact if they're gonna be building these developments that is affecting their region? I mean, they're affecting us, so what's the point of even looking into that?
yeah, no.
Yes, and
They probably didn't look into regional impact when they gave those
But then
grants.
what's the problem for not doing that?
Cause
Do we have-
What they do is they do a waiver and release under RSA 674, whatever it is.
this town all the
It's a building permit on a class 6 or private road, so it releases all of the liability to the town, puts it on the builder that, hey, if you do damage to the road, you have to bring it back to,
Even if they do a subdivision, oh, but that's our subdivision rules, they're
Yeah,
not state,
right.
so we don't know what the Raymond subdivision rules are.
Well, no, that's Raymond's subdivision.
That's what I'm saying, I just realized I said it, it's not, I was thinking of how our subdivision rules are, I don't know what their rules are.
Yeah.
Or if they even enforce them, they're probably variance.
whatever.
Yeah, they probably said,
Swing
yeah,
your
no
way out."
regional impact, it's just a private road.
Need signatures on this.
They need to
Oh,
read-
Charlotte pre-signed, I was like, what?
those were missing from the signature folder. They were still, when I came in here, they printed.
So, we have no good answer.
Which is why we're sort of stymied on it.
It's a private road, it's,
I'm trying to think of it as, if this was my money, is it worth the fight to spend my money on this?
we're
What
just
do we get out of
trying,
it, you know?
we're just trying to be,
The approach that Steve Rollins was taking was that as soon as he hit the Nottingham town line, Brussels, Mindle, Tuckaway Shores, all of the roads that are the town's responsibility would receive the same level of service that any class 5 town maintained road would receive. And then it was the bare minimum on the Raymond side. However, when that road becomes an issue because it's not being regularly graded, or there's potholes, or there's drainage issues, which we know, then it becomes a complaint from the Nottingham residents passing over that it's their vehicles being damaged.
And it's that road that all those little finger roads funnel into. It's the only way in.
There's what, like 40 residences, yeah, that are affected in Nottingham.
What'd you say?
There's
There's
like
like 40 residences
Oh, I thought
that
you
are
said
affected.
3. I was like,
No,
what?
no.
There's 40 opposed to what used to be 9, and like I said, that's increased, that number's increasing now that the new homes are being constructed. I think they're closer to like 12 or 15 now, with more underway. I mean, there's more land clearing and more development to come.
Alright,
Don't have any incidents.
good.
And we have contractors or whomever, I mean, I got notified from a resident on the Nottingham side that somebody was down there with a tractor with a York rake on it, trying to do whatever they could. That wasn't the town doing it. And then furthermore, somebody had their driveway paved or an apron
Yeah.
done or something like that, and they patched our holes, or the holes on the Raymond side with pavement.
Hot top patch.
Or asphalt.
They
Oh,
filled the
what's
potholes
that,
with
one
hot
of the
top
new
patch.
houses?
Yes. So that in turn, like, we had to make sure that the highway department knew, because we can't just run the grader down and, I mean, that could damage the scarifier on the grader.
That's what I was saying.
So everybody's kind of doing their own thing.
But we saw the town vehicle with a little raker on the front, going around pushing the roads the other day.
Yeah, we have
No, this
a
was-
York
this
rake
was
in
a
front of
tractor.
F-150.
Yeah, it was on Moore's Road the other day.
Anonymous. You don't know
This was a
who it
tractor
right?
with York rake.
Yeah, that was not ours.
Mystery person.
I would
I'm-
like
I'm
to,
happy
I
to
would like
pursue
to get
anything,
an
but we just
estimate of
keep-
how much
I know,
it
we
would
keep going
cost.
around and around with this.
And when you get to the Nottingham side is not paved over there, correct? That's all dirt, the whole thing is
Everything's
dirt.
dirt.
Right.
You know, it'd be nice if you could buy a piece of land that make you cut through over to Moore's Road
Yeah.
and just
Right.
block it off
Right, exactly.
and just build their own new little road there.
Take our culvert
That would
out.
cost $500,000.
We'll take our toys and go on the road.
What are you doing?
Maybe there's a
Taking
very
my call.
generous donor listening into this meeting and they're,
That would be
I don't
nice.
think there's
I
any
don't know
way
what
to get there
alternative
from
we have than to
Sure.
pursue it legally.
We have 2 other things here. 2025 municipal assessment data certificate, we gotta sign.
yes. So that was to finalize the equalization ratio.
Are we going non-public?
Yes, sorry. I will just say you wanted to move the meeting to 7.
And this last thing,
It's the chair's fault.
is we have the notification to basically authorize, Chief Von Woodman to sign into detail coverage with Pawtuckaway State Park. Do we have any issues with that?
Every year it's done.
She's done that.
Correct. And, okay,
Okay,
do we have
Do
to
we
make
need
a
a motion?
motion on this? I mean, this is just signing, it's not, we're just giving her the permission to
Yep.
enter into it. So that's gonna go that way. Alright, so that was some policies review update, we're done there. Anything to mention on the town beach?
Nobly.
Plenty.
Well, you've been busy.
Well, I mean, very little, but I think we're on, are we in public? So I got
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a price, but I think we're on pause for now until we figure out if we can even do it. Just from one, I think we should get more, obviously. Ellen, you printed it out, right? Oh, there it is. Yeah, P and C.
Yeah, got it.
So this includes everything. This is ready to go. All the gate people need to do is run a little cord over to the box they're gonna provide for them right next to the opening. So this is the power coming from the street to a pole, trenched over to a panel. That'll have, as it says here, there's a couple extra boxes they'll leave for cameras and whatnot. To make easy access for the alarm company / gate company.
Well, at least we
Okay.
know something. And Adam and I, met with the gate, because we got a very wordy email from me, going over what we found out. We went both to the town beach and the pit, and got a lot of information. The Granite State Gates has been out to the town beach previously, I think in 2019, I believe they told us. They had a lot of ideas and information. They told us we could do just about anything we wanted there, with all sorts of fancy things or very plain things, depending on our budget. But we have to get a line drop from Eversource and then,
So this,
So
We
the
have
this is
definition.
the
election's gonna, these electricians, actually any electrician does, is gonna coordinate with Eversource to have the power run there.
But the
So-
question is whether or not we need a easement from
Bingo.
Eversource signed by the property owners to drop the line onto their property.
kind of like the ones that we sign all the time when they do polls.
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Well, no, that's a petition and pole license, so that's just to do the lines on the
This is on
roadways. This would
private
actually be
property.
a utility easement that would get recorded.
Okay, so this estimate here is just the electrical
Just the
to a
electrical,
gate.
correct.
and
then
then
the
the quote
gate
for the
is
gate.
potentially another,
So this is
You
just
know,
the
maybe
electrical, so
10,000?
6,200 for the electrical.
No, that's electrical, that's the panel,
Save
that's the
some
whole thing.
money.
Oh,
Yeah,
right, the whole,
trenching, the
the whole
piping,
electrical.
yeah.
Yeah, if the town could do some of the trenching and all, that would save some money. And they seem very amenable, Granite State, to trying to give us a break. I guess in the past, they've given a big discount. They had an extra gate or something and they were gonna give us.
Yeah, we don't need a
nothing.
fancy schmancy gate, we just need something to keep honest people honest, keep the cars out. We're not keeping people out, we're not keeping bikes out. They can go through the woods.
No, no,
And from what I understood from what they were saying, I don't, but again, we're just keeping honest people honest with this situation.
and we're also eliminating the need for somebody to actually open it on time and close it on time.
That's the main thing, is to,
And there is the potential for having cards.
Yeah,
You know,
if you
to
wanted
use-
to go with a card access pass
With an
type,
app and you could have a.
Gotcha, so it would
would have the
open,
potential built in.
yeah, the card thing would probably be people that wanna use the beach can just go and purchase the card. That way you don't have to issue one to every resident, cause that'll get pricey, when most of the people don't even use it.
And Rec was amenable to
Yeah.
coordinating that.
how much did we budget for a gatekeeper?
19,000, I believe.
2,000, I think, down from 24.
So we're talking about 16,000 for an electronic gatekeeper. We're under budget.
Well, we've also brought on one part-time beach gate attendant.
I'm just saying, we were talking about, the whole thing was a beach gate or some sort of attendant to limit the flow of people down.
Right.
Speaking hypothetically, we kind of have the money in the budget because we spent 19,000 for a gate attendant.
It's an
This
AI
is
attendant.
the best gate attendant that we can offer, because especially if we were using some form of card pass that allowed you access to it. Can't get in unless you have the card pass. And then if anybody's on the other side without, or however they did it, then
And if you got a card pass, you know who's there at all times?
Well,
'Cause it's
there's a
gonna
double
register
thing,
with
like,
this?
for example, nannies and babysitters watching kids that probably don't have that sticker on their car, they can give them the card, I don't know how that would work, but like, for example, my babysitter would take them there once in a while, she didn't have a sticker on her car.
You don't give her your car?
No, I don't give her my F-350 or my brand new Bronco, no.
Can I borrow your car?
right. The Mustang, she was fine.
Yeah, did you hear about the yellow paint on my Explorer? Yes, I let her use it before. Anyways.
Yeah, exactly. So you do let her use your car.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So, all right. Do we have anything else for the next meeting? We're gonna review the police station proposals, and we're gonna go over the election recap and planning. But did I say something else earlier? I wanted to speak about something. What did I want to speak about?
There was something you put on, you said for the 18th.
Oh,
There was something else. I
Jeez, what was
can't
it?
remember the beginning of the meeting.
Yeah, we'll have to watch the tape.
you should write everything down.
I was just saying, we wanted to get an update by something we were gonna have.
For the 18th.
Oh,
Oh, the chief.
the bridge.
Oh,
Yes,
the
there
bridge,
is.
yes,
Yeah.
thank you, yeah.
I
Yeah.
do
Took me
have
a
that
minute.
written down, it's just not on my agenda.
So yeah, if
bridge
either the
update.
state can come in, or if we can at least have some form of good update for the impact, the time frame, everything like that.
Okay. And planning is gonna be meeting the 13th? Is that right? So chickens will come back?
Yes.
Oh, maybe,
Chicken thing, yeah, I see.
that can always get moved.
Discussion will be hatched.
Ha.
That's a whole idea.
Ellen,
You
non-public,
too. Yes.
letters,
A, possibly C.
Anything else?
Hold on, I gotta check the thing.
C, and no, that's it. A and C. Someone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we move into non-public per RSA 91A:3, subsection A and C.
We have a motion?
Like that.
We have a second. Roll call vote.
Hi, Adam Ryan.
By John Decker.
I'm Matt Sherlin.
Hi, Joe Moore.
I, Charlotte Fife.
Thank you very much, Nottingham, for listening to us. I hope you guys have a great couple of weeks, and we will see you again on May the 18th. Have a good night.